guys. First of all, I'd like to introduce our mayor of the city of Danbury, Mayor Mark Fowler. And Governor Tom Kean, former governor of New Jersey, and also the chair of the 9/11 Commission. And I'm proud to have both gentlemen standing next to me in support of my campaign. Governor Kean has an amazing story. Maybe he or may not know that when elected in 1981, he won with the smallest margin, statewide margin in New Jersey's history by 1,800 votes. But then 4 years later, won with the largest margin in New Jersey's history. I think it was 76 to 24%. So obviously was well respected among people in both parties and among independent voters in New Jersey. And it's always offered the politics of inclusion, and even wrote a book about it. And finally, most recently, chaired the 9/11 Commission, which was an excellent job, obviously a thorough job, representing our nation. And he was able to do it on a bipartisan basis with his co-chair or sub-chair, Vice Chair. Thank you. And just did an incredible job looking at the future, looking at the past, but looking at the future of securing our nation. And I could not be more proud to have Governor Tom Kean sitting next to me in support of my campaign. Without further ado, Governor Kean.
Okay, well, I'm delighted to be here, and I'm only here. I'm not going anyplace else. I don't get involved that much in politics anymore. I'm not doing any other fundraisers or anything else out of state for any other candidate this year. But this is a candidate who attracts me. Because to me, he represents the kind of thing that this country, this country needs. Because when I was doing the 9/11 Commission, the thing that Lee Hamilton and I noticed so much, when we went to Congress, even in national security, you'd think national security would be the one thing that would be sort of beyond partisanship. It wasn't. We couldn't even address the Republicans and Democrats together. We had to go see the Republican leadership and the Democratic leadership. And when we finished with one, they'd say, don't really trust those guys across the hall. Or in one case, one of the parties said about, they lie up there. Well, if you believe that, you don't go across the aisle, how do you ever get anything done? And what impressed me about this guy is that he's noted for doing that. He's noted for going across the aisle, he's noted for bipartisanship. He's noticed even, in some cases, even his own governor, when he thought she was wrong. He would cross the aisle, or his own independence, make that determination and vote even against the budget. Because he's also something that this country needs terribly badly, which is a fiscal conservative. I mean, both of these parties have spent so much, so wildly. We've had a president who's vetoed almost nothing for the past 7 years, and it's put us all in a hole. And we need to get back to what was a tradition in this country, certainly in my party, the fiscal conservative thing. You can't spend what you don't have. And if you do, you get a majority of Congress to vote against it, you have a president in there who vetoes it. One or the other. We haven't had that for a long time. So the combination is being somebody who's bipartisan, somebody who's fiscally conservative, somebody who can reach across the aisle, attracted me very, very much to this candidacy, because we've got huge problems coming up. Now, today, I suppose if you're talking about the economy, this is a scary time. We've got to have people in Washington who know what they're doing. This is a time we've got to deal with energy. We talked way back under Richard Nixon about energy independence after the first gas crisis, and yet we did nothing about it. And you can talk about any number of other issues that are really difficult, really hard. It's going to take the parties working together, understanding of those problems. And it used to happen. I had dinner with a good friend, his name is leader of the Democratic Party the other day, not in Congress anymore, been there for a while. But he said, I said, you used to get things done. And the Congress used to work, used to be able to get things done. And why? How'd that happen? They said, we used to have a bunch of people. He said, we used to call them all different names. There were people who were trusted across the aisle. There was Cliff Case of New Jersey, and Jake Javits of New York, and Michael Chase Smith of Maine, and Hugh Scott of Pennsylvania, and Chuck Piercy of Illinois, and he went on and on. Sam Nunn of Georgia. But he said there were people who could be in the middle, talked across the aisle, were respected in both parties, and when there was really the nation's interest at stake, they would broker the compromises and they would get something done. But we don't really have those people anymore. We need to put them back into office. And it just struck me, everything I know about this man is that kind of record, is that kind of a person. I came today because I just think it's in the nation's interest. So we elect him. We really need people like this in Washington. It's not just the Republican Party. We're not doing that much partisanship because of the country. So that's basically what I hope I came here to say.
Thank you.